Okay, so, welcome back, Mage. I'm Rhino, and
we're doing a planning session.
Yes.
This is not necessarily super exciting,
yeah,
but it gives you an idea of what we do, how we plan the videos that we're going to be working on. And one of the first things we do is we take a look at our analytics and take a look at what gets the most views, the most hits, and in some cases the most revenue. We want to mainly look at what people like. Over the summer, Rhino did a lot of streaming, and that was for him to get better at talking and being comfortable on video. And so now we're going to start making what we call constructed videos, because it's kind of like a constructed deck as opposed to a draft deck, which is streaming. So the obvious things are the Goblin Banneret did great.
Yeah, they did really good.
Yeah. We got a lot of views from the Guilds of Ravnica reports on Vraska, Golgari Queen. So people are interested in Vraska, so we need to take a look at Vraska. Combat damage, new player's mistake. Now this is a video that we did a little while ago. So we want to do
really while back.
Yeah. So we want to do more of the new player mistakes because those are what we would consider evergreen videos. The Guilds of Ravnica pre-release guide, really good. Okay, we did monocolored commander brews. That got a lot of views, a lot of impressions. So, that's...
Yeah, and we had a lot of fun doing it.
Yeah. Okay, this is impressions. Let's reorder this by views. Okay, pre-release guide about Young Mage. Okay, that video is 2 years old, so we probably need to update it. We've been waiting to do that until we start RVing because everything about the channel is going to change, but maybe we can go ahead and do that now. Let's see.
Maybe.
We got a lot, we constantly get a lot of people that like the Learn Magic the Gathering videos that we do. And that's one of the things that we're going to be doing for the website, the How to Play Magic website. So, but we're also going to be posting those to YouTube as well. So we'll get that, plus we will get link. We'll set them up so that they'll link to the How to Play Magic website, and then maybe we can get a lot of traffic there. So somebody is interested in one thing, then we go to something else.
Okay.
All right. So we got that. Plus now we've got Guilds of Ravnica.
Yes, starting.
Yeah. So what's the thing that everybody's looking for? Guilds of Ravnica?
They're looking for Standard. Well, they are going to be playing Standard. They're going to be playing... They're most likely going to be playing Demir or...
Well, they're looking for decks. They're looking for deck ideas. And, not everybody is a Demir player. Not everybody is a Golgari player. So we're going to take a look at all different types of decks that people are looking to play. So let's go ahead and bring up a new window here so we can write down some ideas. I've been playing around with an Atrata control deck. Let's see. Yeah, all right. As the computer sits and thinks about me clicking on fonts. Okay. One of the things that we do is we put all of the text that we do, and we're going to do it nice and big here, in the Balearian font. It makes it easier for Rhino to read that. So we're going to be doing, let's come up with a list of things that we're going to do first. We have videos that we want to do. We want to do some more new player mistakes.
Yep. New player mistakes. Lots of people like it, and in some cases, it might be even funny.
Yeah, new about Young Mage. We also have to do a new Patreon video. Now, there's a lot of people that do top 10. We like doing top 8. So let's do top 8. Now, one of the things we talked about briefly, top 8 best cards in Ravnica.
And there's a reason why we do top 8. It's because, like, there are top 8 players.
Yeah, the top 8 players in. And so it helps with kind of our branding. Everybody else does top 10. We do a top 8. So best cards in GRN. How about best cards in Standard? And that will include all of the sets that will be in Standard. Maybe we can do worst cards. In Guilds of Ravnica. I don't know that that's necessarily a good thing. A lot of people like
the good cards.
Yeah, they like good cards, but maybe what we do is we preface this worst cards in Standard that could be really fun brews.
Yeah, kind of like a very crappy Wondra.
So one of the things that we're going to try to do at our LGS is we're going to have a silly Standard brews day, and with that we're going to allow proxies in it. It's going to be more of a casual thing, but we might end up saying, okay, you have to pick one of these 4 cards and build a deck around it. That's your silly brew day. Or we might do something where it's like, okay, you can't do any of the top player brews, but then, maybe you can do, it seems like everybody wants to do Selesnya Nights, but Rhino did Boros Nights, which is really cool.
Yep. And I love playing.
So the top 8, we might come up with some other top 8s. Oops. Let's see. We need to come up with deck ideas. And
combos?
Yeah, one thing that I want Rhino to do is I want him to hit each guild and do guild decks.
So I would be like, what do you want to play? I feel like playing Is It.
Yeah, so what would be the best Is It deck? Just based off of Is It, not based off of any sort of normal archetype. But then we've got archetype decks too. So we like doing tribal decks. Tribal decks are something that new and young players like. So we'll do like tribal goblins, because there's a lot of good goblins.
Oh yeah, Torch Courier. One drop.
We already did knights, but we'll put it down. Might help if I spell knights right.
Probably.
There's a heck of a lot of soldiers.
Oh yeah. Most people aren't going for soldiers because I don't want to do soldiers. Knights are better.
Yeah, but okay. What's another good tribal coming up in? There's one that like rogues.
Oh yeah, rogues. They are very common.
Yeah, well, there's not a lot of them, but they get scattered across a lot of things.
Yeah, like human rogue, goblin rogue.
Okay. Okay. Let's say upgrade decks. Now, by that, it's like, okay, the decks that were really good, like the Merfolk deck.
Oh yeah.
Saprolines.
Yes, that. Little big plants going really big.
So we'll go over like some of these upgrade decks, and maybe that's something that we can find out if they're going to be any good or not. Merfolk, Saprolines, Vampires.
Oh yeah, vampires. Those little things that go.
Dinosaurs, maybe. So let's see. We'll say dinos.
Yeah, dinos.
And let's see what else. Was there any other decks that we did?
Let me think. Pirates?
Pirates? Okay, pirates.
Yeah, pirates. There aren't that many pirates, but hey, it might turn out really good.
Yeah, we could see if there's anything in Guilds of Ravnica or Dominaria or M19, because we really haven't gone back to look at those much. So, yeah, the upgrade decks would be good. Now, let's start thinking about pro level decks.
Oh
Yeah. So, of course, one of our big things is anything that runs Vraska. Everybody's interested in Vraska, so that would be Golgari. And, would it be Golgari Undergrowth? Or maybe Golgari Stompy? Big stuff.
Yeah.
Or maybe even Golgari Control. That might be adding some blue into Golgari. But we'll see.
Yeah, that's Soul Tie.
Yeah.
So that would be pretty interesting.
Okay. Everyone's always interested in aggro decks.
Oh yeah, like the one on the championship. That's right.
Yeah. But, this time we've got Boros seems to be very aggro. And in a sense, probably the goblins would be. This might be a cross sort of thing. So goblins might be really fast.
I think goblins is at the top of the list because they are It's like, okay, hit you, hit you, hit you, hit you,
Yeah.
hit you.
Now, here's another one to think of too. Aggro, is it an aggro surveil? Okay.
Okay.
Okay, because a lot of the aggro cards are in red. Okay, so is it makes sense?
Yes, it
but
does. But Golgari?
no,
No, Demir.
no, I didn't say Demir. I said surveil, because surveil allows you to grab a bunch of things really quickly. You get to go through your deck really fast to get the things that you need. So that's not necessarily aggro, that's more like turbo. But I mean, let's see if we can do an aggro surveil.
That would be interesting.
Now,
Maybe 3 colors.
yeah, it'd be 3 colors, but would it really make sense? And maybe we could do it with 2 colors. So,
Maybe.
let's see.
Because there's blue.
All right, control decks. So control decks are definitely Jeskai.
Yeah. Jeskai.
There's a lot of a great blue-black, and then of course adding in an extra color with the control.
Actually, Jeskai is red, blue, and white.
Yes,
Okay.
but that's
Okay.
because white has got like the luminous bonds and things like that.
Yeah, getting into
and
pro.
and the the red has got the direct burn and the direct removal, so that's still very controlled. Jeskai is very important control. Now, now what I've been working on is a Trotta. So an Atrata control deck. So trying to get to the point where you're constantly hitting them with Atrata, and then you get the alternate win condition. So you're taking out their creatures with Atrata.
So what you want is like Mausoleum Secrets to get back Atrata?
Yeah, something like that. Anything that will allow you to draw cards, or Helm of the Host to make copies of Atrata.
Yeah.
To do the same thing.
So in like 2 turns you're dead.
Yeah.
As long as they don't have, as long as they, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, here's another one up in Tribal. I was just thinking of it. Wizards.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Duh.
We forgot about Wizards. Now, Wizards wasn't a huge thing, but there's a lot more to it now. So maybe we'll go with Wizards.
Yeah, Wizards is definitely. Is it?
Okay, now, still leaving control open, as well as, I think we're done with the upgrades, though. I think that's all the upgrades. Okay, mid-range decks. And mid-range is basically not super fast and not very control-y. It's the decks that...
It's right in the middle.
Yeah, it's right in the middle. But it's the games that are kind of a little bit of everything. They kind of...
It's like I create tokens, I put counters, I do this, I do that, I do this.
Mid-range is a Swiss Army knife of Magic. So now the mid-range, of course, there's good Jeskai mid-range. There's good Sultai mid-range. Let's see, is there any other mid-range? I can't think of anything right offhand. Maybe Grixis, because it'd be like Grixis Dragons, because we got a lot of dragons.
Oh yeah. Lots of dragons.
And I think Grixis Dragons would be considered a mid-range sort of thing. All right. Let's see. What else do we have? There's always the mono red. What's the mono red?
Mono red. Goblins.
And it's going to be goblins. So I think we've already got mono red taken care of. Let's see here. What else?
Are we on mono something?
Well, I don't know that there's any good mono stuff, especially with Guilds of Ravnica, because everything is guild related. So let's think about the guild decks. I mean, we've got the guild decks. Boros is going to be, and what I'll do is Boros Mentor. It might help if I spell it right. Mentor. Mentor. All right. I mean, we've already got kind of the undergrowth is going to be in Golgari. Maybe that's going to be up here. We were looking at like a surveil deck, which is very guild oriented. But let's think about Izzet. I mean, we've got an Izzet aggro.
So you're going to be drawing cards really fast.
Yeah. But is there something else in Is It? Because what is it? It's blue and red.
Yeah,
So
red.
it's a little bit of control and a little bit of burn. So control burn?
Control burn?
Yeah. I
Maybe
mean,
a little bit of mill? I
Okay.
love playing mill, so.
all right. Let's put that down as the last one.
Mill.
Mill? Is there a mill deck?
Well, there's Drown Secrets.
Yeah. And we've got also got, we still have Psychic Corrosion.
Yes.
Yeah. So we've got those cards available. All right. So that is our list of the upcoming videos that we're going to be working on.
And it's lots of decks, lots of work, and lots of things.
Now, yeah, it's. I don't know that we're going to be able to get all of these. We're going to be taking a look at them, seeing what's available, what will work, what won't work, and that's pretty much it. I can't think of anything else. Now, if you have any ideas, go ahead and
put it in the comments below.
Put it in the comments. Tell us, if you would like seeing more behind the scenes videos like what we're doing right now. Let us know that too. It's something kind of new for us. I've done a couple in the past, but this is kind of more raw. I mean, and my wife walked in while we were doing this. She didn't realize that we were creating this, and I don't know why she walked in. But
we'll find out.
We'll find out, and we're this is a few days after the pre-release. We've gotten a few. We've got some cards. We like to proxy up some decks, see what they're like, and going from there. So can't think of anything else. Can you?
I can think of some fluffy bunnies, but no, I can't.
No fluffy bunnies. Okay. So you can see how messy my desk is.
Yeah, that's why we generally do it over there.
And over there is really messy right now too.
Yeah.
So we've got cards spread out. We're also going to be looking at commander decks.
Yeah. I'm working on right now.
So the deck ideas here have been mainly standard, but what are some good commander options? Commander options. Let's see, what else? I don't think we're going to do any Pauper or Brawl or anything like that. But yeah, definitely Commander. And I mean, Modern's kind of its own thing, but the Commander built out of Guilds of Ravnica. That would be cool. So I think that's all we got.
So I have more videos coming out soon. So until then, Rhino out.